Hi, and welcome back to Thone's First Peter Nibbles number 80, A Word to Husbands, Part 4 of 6. We're going to be talking about a weaker vessel today. This all comes from 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7. We're going to be talking about weaknesses and strengths. And we ask the question, why is this in the Bible? And it defines the relationship between the husbands and wives. And the communication is what strength is fundamental in that relationship. The application to me. Here's a very wise observation from Matthew Henry's complete commentary of the whole Bible. We talked about that. I showed it to you last time. And it's concerning the wife and her position in all of this. Because she is the weaker vessel by nature and constitution, and so ought to be defended. But then the wife is, in other and higher respects, equal to her husband. They are heirs together of the grace of life, of all the blessings of this life and another, and therefore should live peaceably and quietly one with another. And if they do not, their prayers one with another and one for another will be hindered. So that often you will not pray at all, or if you do, you will pray in a discomposed, ruffled mind, and so without success. So here's things to learn. First of all, the weakness of the female sex is no just reason either for separation or contempt, but on the contrary, it is a reason to honor and respect, giving honor to the wife as unto the weaker vessel. And if you think about it, let's think about vessels that we know about. We have big mugs that we drink from, and we have little dainty teacups that we drink from. And the fact is that the big mugs, we throw them in the dishwasher, and they're just fine. But the dainty teacup, we wash by hand because it is a weak thing. It is a beautiful thing, but it can't stand repeated runs through the dishwasher because of its structure. It's the daintiness of its structure. And so think about that with your wife, and that you are the weaker vessel, but therefore you should honor that weaker vessel more, because it is a thing of beauty, a wonderful thing. The second thing is, there is an honor due to all who are heirs of the grace of life. That is, we should respect our wives in the same way that we respect our brothers at, believing brothers at church or some other organization. But those people that we know are heirs to the grace of God, we honor them, and then we should do that with our wives as well. And thirdly, all married people should take care to behave themselves so lovingly and peaceably one to another, that they may not by their broils hinder the success of their prayers. That is, you can't belittle your wife, let's say, and okay, so let's go and pray about it. The act that you have performed first, the belittling, hinders the success of the prayers of you and your spouse, your wife, being on the same page when really she's just hurting from the belittling that you just did. So we should not hinder the success of the prayers. Now, God leads us with spiritual equality. Spiritual equality. And my response is, Lord, thank you for showing us the equality of men and women. And, you know, it's spiritual equality that's important. You know, it's belief. It's obeying the laws of God. That's the important thing. The fact that the wife is the weaker vessel is a physical characteristic. She doesn't have the muscles, although there are women who have more muscles than I do. And certainly, even when I was at the height of my male maturity, before older and older age set in, but there are women that certainly are physically strong, but the majority of them are not. And so we just must understand the difference between physical strength, which is useful in sometimes. You know, if you need to pull the washing machine out of its position in the laundry to repair it or to maintain it, physical strength is useful. But that's a very small usefulness as compared to the usefulness of the strength of the spiritual side of each of us, man and woman. We'll talk to you next time.